Welcome back to What Arty Noobs for General Disturbance. I started this video on this page because you're looking at a dog on the back of a KV-220-2. Yes, it looks rather comical, doesn't it? And I think that's why the user actually did that. It's boltsmets93 of the DCY clan, and he's in the KV-220-2, the Soviet Tier 5 premium heavy tank. And he's on the defending team of Ghost Town Assault. Okay, off we go. It's rather good, that. I like that. That's a dog on the back. Yep. Okay. Right. Well, it's armed with a 76mm gun because basically it's a KV-1 that's been upgraded with 100mm of armor at the front and back. So they've only just squeezed on the extra armor. Still basically a KV-1, but the idea was for the Soviets to upgrade their KV-1s, and this is what they decided to do, to slap on a bit of extra armor. Basically, it makes this a tier 7 hull with a tier 5 turret. The gun is fairly good at penetrating or any other tank, really, for that matter. With the APCR, with the standard AP, it's only got a 99mm of pen and a 110 alpha. With the APCR, it goes for 121mm. This is a tier 6 game with tier 4 tanks in it. So, yeah, there's a few enemy tanks out there he's going to have difficulty with. Well, the enemy have only got 10 minutes to seize the cap or kill all the defenders. So they're going to have to get to it. Oh, he's found one. A T-14, which is an American premium, which had pretty poor armor when it was first designed. Now, he angled that very nicely on the corner. And so consequently, the T-14 is having difficulty. And he's also hitting the weak spots. And so, yeah, this guy's going to go down. The Giro is hitting him from behind. And there's his first kill. Nicely done. Now, he did take one hit from the T-14. It was an APCR round as well. But, yeah. Okay, he's doing long-range shooting at the moment. He's not using sniper view. He's just auto-aiming on and blasting away. It's a T6 medium, which, of course, you know is the M4 prototype. Again, he's not having much luck there, but he's moving on. Okay, he's found another target. It's a bathtub this time. And, yeah, he's taking shots from that T6, who's a bit miffed. In fact, actually, we lost our commander temporarily. But now he's going after the P-43. The bathtub didn't last very long. He went down, so he's got 2 kills. Back to... he's going to need at least 4 shots to take down this P-43. Ow, that T6 is getting annoying. One more. Oh, and the Arty steals it away. The M41 got a direct hit. So, only 2 kills so far. Yeah, that T6, I think he angered him so much, losing so many hit points. But there you go. There's the wreck of the T6 now. Okay, we've lost the commander again. In fact, we've lost 2 crew members. But he's auto-aiming onto these guys and blasting away. Misses out on getting the Wolverine as well. So there's 2 tanks now. He gets that one. The Thunderbolt, that's a good kill. So that's 3 kills now. So he might have actually had 5 kills by now, if only, or 6 kills, if you include the P-43. Because that was taken away from him, so was the Wolverine. He's doing very well indeed, actually. 3 kills and he's got a huge amount of damage. Massive. He's been bulldozing through the enemy. Ah, now that's a tier 4, so he should be able to get that guy. And you can see he's bouncing the rounds that are coming back at him. Oh, Arty. The enemy have got a gorilla and they've managed to track us. And, oh, was that fire? It looked like a fire for a second. No, I don't think it was a fire, but he has received some pretty big hits from the enemy. And the Arty trying again. Got that one a little too far back. Yes, the KV-220-2, designed originally, or built the prototype in December of 1940. They built 2 of them, and they were tested, and we don't know what happened to them in the end, because they went out to the field and, well, they may have been destroyed. He's dealing with that SAU-40, of course, got a big weak spot right on top of the vehicle. And, oh, we missed out on another kill! The Panzer-Selbstfahrerfette-1C got the kill there. So he should by now actually have 7 kills in this game. But he's only actually showing 3. Wow. Very impressive. And the Arty's still trying to nail him. Well, he should be trying to nail him because you can see from the figures already that he is the lead scorer on his team. It's a very, very interesting game because, of course, they have left the cap area and there is one enemy tank who appears to be doing rather well. The T-3485M has actually got 4 kills and he's the only other tank that's left as well as the gorilla. So that guy on his own probably hasn't got the ability to win the game because we've got somebody near the cap area to block him. A Panzer IV Aslains D and also an M8A1. So if he does go near the cap area, he'll get shot at. He's still got some of his health though, that T-3485M. And he couldn't one-shot us, but he can certainly do a lot of damage to us if we find him. The worry is that, of course, he's up ahead. And we've been spotted. Yeah, the T-3485 does have better view range than we do. And there's the gorilla. It was the gorilla that saw us. So he's auto-aimed on, firing. Can he get the kill? Oh, gorilla fires back. But he got the kill, and that means he's got 4 kills now. That should be at least a Radley Walters by now, actually, if those kills that he missed out on had actually gone to him. The P-43, the T-6 Medium, the Wolverine, loads of tanks taken out, even the SAU-40 for that matter. Yeah, so he's actually, he should be on at least a Radley's at this moment. See, the design is just basically KV-1. They didn't actually do much except put that extra armor on it. Well, 2 minutes to go, and the T-3485M has got to kill 6 tanks. He could get us now because we're a one-shot, so we ought to be careful. But I'd stick around these houses, not try and go after him, because he'll more than likely wipe us out with 1 round. Oh, he hit us in the tracks. He's behind the bushes over there. And yeah, unfortunately, he did try to weave. And the problem was that we couldn't see where he was. And so even though we were weaving, we couldn't avoid that shot. And he hit us on a weak spot. Right on the turret, which is, of course, a tier 5 turret. And that was the end of us. But we've still got some time before the end of the game. The Panzer-Selbstfahrerfette-1C, a tank that was given out to most people, I think, or every player, I believe. And this guy was also the one who scored the kill on the SAU-40 that should have gone to us. But yeah, it was unfortunate that we didn't get it. Would have been nice to get to the end of the game without getting wiped out, but, well, I think all things considered, boltsmets did very well to stay alive as long as he did. That last shot from the Gorilla reduced his hit points to only 70, made him a one-shot for the T-34-85M's 85mm gun, which of course does 180 alpha. That's why I would have stayed near the houses, near the cap area, to avoid or make sure that if that T-34 tried to cap, he wouldn't be able to. And that's it, they've won! Well, I'm very impressed because that was the first ace tanker by boltsmets93 of the DCY clan in the KV-220-2. Yes, when you get the scrolls underneath the M, it's the first time you did it. He also got a fire for effect for doing more damage to the hit points of his own vehicle. A fighter badge for getting at least 4 kills. He actually got 4 exactly, but as we saw during that battle, he really should have had at least 8 kills, possibly more, if all the tanks that he badly damaged were then not taken out by the teammate and were actually taken out by him. As I mentioned, there was at least 4 kills that he would have had otherwise. The P43, the T6 medium, the Wolverine, and of course the SAU-40 right towards the end did very well. So yes, he should actually show a Radley Waters on this game, but he was denied it. He got a duelist for taking down 2 tanks who damaged him, and he also got a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits in this game. He managed to get 5 exactly. His win rate was 10,385, which is super unicum, and yes, he well deserved it. Let's have a look at the team score. Oh my god, well, this is interesting because look at this. He didn't get the highest damage in the game. He got the second highest damage in the game. The highest damage went to the T-34-85M that killed him. He got 3,227 hit points of damage, whereas boltsmets actually got 2,764 in second place. But just look at how much he got above the rest of his own team. He certainly did outperform them completely in a tier 6 game as well. So very well played on that. The third highest damage is the T67. Only got 959. At least he got into 4 figures, and so did the T-34-85M. When it came to kills, we can see that the T-34-85M actually got 9 kills. He was 1 short of getting a Pulse medal in that game. So yes, he did exceptionally well. In fact, if we look at his figures, we can see his win rate was 12,151. And he got the Radley Waters high caliber top gun and a tank sniper in that game. And yeah, huge amount of damage. So he did very, very nicely indeed, but just couldn't kill all the remaining tanks without getting wiped out himself. So yes, at the end of that game, it just wasn't enough for him. But boltsmets was on the winning team. And as I said, it should be showing 8 kills, but it actually shows 4 because 4 of those kills were kills stolen away from him at the last split second before he was about to take them and put them in his bag. The next highest scorers after that were the T67, the M41 HMC, and the Panzer Selbstverwalter 1C, all got 2 kills apiece. When it came to base XP, he actually exceeds the T-34-85M. Boltsmets got 1,585 base experience points, so he was the tops on that figure. And the reason is that he was tier 5 in a tier 6 game and was attacking tier 6 tanks and killing them and defeating them. So yes, he did a lot more in the way of XP damage. Got 10% extra for every tier 6 tank that he damaged. The T-34-85M is the second highest. He got 1,082, and those are the only 2 tanks who actually managed to get over 1,000 base, with everyone else well below. In fact, the Matilda LVT is the next highest scorer in that game, with only 568, which is, as you can see here, nearly third, or just over a third of the damage that, or the XP that boltsmets managed to get. He fired 36 rounds in that game. You actually have 145 rounds capacity, so you've got plenty of shells to spare. He got 31 direct hits on the enemy and 27 penetrations. Yes, he did use his ammo freely, but 2,764 hit points of damage, of which 115 were at more than 300 meters. He received 34 hits from the enemy, only 6 of which penetrated, 23 non-penetrations. Again, that's down to that 100 millimeters of armor that the Soviets slapped on the front of the vehicle or on the frontal areas to actually make it very difficult for the enemy to punch through. 7 hits by way of splash damage. The Arty was having a field day on him. The Guerrilla did very well to try and stop him, just couldn't do it though, and in the end he paid for it. 3,225 hit points of damage blocked by armor, 4 enemy vehicles spotted, 9 enemy vehicles damaged, 4 killed, and he got 265 hit points of damage assistance. On a premium count, he actually made a profit, 72,877 credits in that game, and he also got 6,894 experience points out of it as well. Now, the KV-220-2 is one of those tanks which is a premium tank, so you can buy it and put it in your garage when it's on sale. And I'd say it's well worth it because it's one of 2 tanks, this one and the Churchill 3, that you can actually use to complete missions where you have to do a lot of block damage, because both tanks are actually fairly good at blocking considerable amounts. As you saw in this one, he actually blocked 3,225. You can block similar amounts in the Churchill 3, depending on how you actually angle it when you encounter the enemy, because then the enemy just keeps blocking shots, or rather, they keep firing into the tracks and not actually doing much damage. But yes, so if you do have any missions to actually complete that require damage, this is one of those tanks that you can do it in if it's a heavy. So, I hope you enjoyed that replay. Well done to Boltsmets for getting his first ace tanker in this vehicle, and in doing it in style. And I commiserate with you for not getting that Radley's. You should have got a Radley's out of this one, but you just didn't on this occasion. But well done all the same, even though you died, which really didn't matter that much. But even though you died, you put up a really good fight. Hope you enjoyed this replay. If you did, please give this video a like, and thank you for watching.